I think we're running. Although, where's my pencil? Oh. There we go. Oh. Still haven't shown. Okay, there we go. So should be running. Great. So I'm reading the old Bible here. Old Bible, Danish Bible, which is, well, I don't know. My mobile apparently is not responding. Typically, old. It's just getting worse and worse with this thing, really. I guess it's because it's an old phone, and just interesting because I remember it was like quick, like very snappy, and I was thinking, how am I ever going to use all this, power that this mobile have in regards of, because it was so snappy, It really, you could really feel that it had a lot of, extra, power that I couldn't use because it was fast. Anyway, so I'm reading a little in regards to the Book of Revelation, and I still have issues with things. Of course, I have issues, but this is an old book. I fixed it with some taping. I don't know if I should actually, for the price that I paid for these 3 books, I could probably have printed something out for the same price. Maybe even cheaper. Who knows? And in newer quality in some sense. Well, at least in paper quality. But anyway, so it's never a bad idea to just investigate the Book of Revelation, and that's what I'm, doing still, and trying to sort things out. And it's just some things in the Bible absolutely bothers me, that I can't figure out, and well, I guess there's a lot of things, right? But yeah, I don't get this. We have the first, the Book of Revelation, which is actually the revelation of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ revelation in Danish. But it starts out with what is now, right? What is and what is going to be hereafter. And one of the reasons why I'm reading an older version is also to get some practice with the letters and all that, get more accustomed to things. And one of the things I would really like to read would be the Gospel of John, or the Good News of John, because that's one of the good books, really good books. And when you already know some of it, when you already read it in another, other versions, it's easier to figure out what the word is, if you don't know the word, or what might actually be, the thing that is actually standing on it or is written down. But but anyway, so I was reading the Book of Revelation here, or the Revelation of Jesus Christ, or but I just don't get. We have seven congregations in Asia Minor, which Jesus, or Yeshua, his original name, Yeshua, was writing to these, or John was, or Yohanan was writing down what Yeshua was showing him, and then I might have gotten a little too much antifungals as well, because it tends to make my, and I also get told, I'm really getting depressed of this time thing, time, herb thing, although the herb in itself absolutely is less than the essential oils, which I just felt totally poisoned by just taking a drop. But this is one of these antifungal things, and yeah, it makes me very depressed. So not only a little if it doesn't really makes me happy, that's for sure. But anyway, I have this antifungal things I'm drinking with thyme and some a drop of different essential oils, antifungal essential oils, and the grape extract and all that. I found out that the thyme herb, absolutely is much better for taking, and you can chew it, and you can do a lot of things, and you can eat a lot of it, and you don't die. That's for sure. I'm still alive, but it's not making me happy. That's for sure. It is making me more depressed. But anyway, the bottle is. I'm using the bottle at the moment for standing the mobile. Um, yeah, but in any case, I was also looking into in regards of this fingering thing, which is broken and all that, right? But apparently the white coat Latin Greek spouting murderers on license is didn't think apparently that should be fixed. Apparently. In any case, so apparently my thing is, I guess, as I understand it, further up the thing here, and it's sitting up here, so I don't have the standard knuckle here. So if you can see, the knuckle is actually lower than my little finger. It's the little finger is, or at least the little finger is. You can see that jumps out, whereas this one doesn't. It is terrible. But yeah, it's this Roman satanic medical system that we have. What a joke! What an insane, disgusting joke. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, just so I was reading one of these things from them and said, well, he didn't want to have training for the finger. Are you kidding me? It's like, what? It's like, okay, let me just break your leg, doctor, and put it 90 degrees from the norm, right? And then let's just wrap it around with I can't remember what it's called, and let it stick there for 3 months or so, and then come back, and we'll just fix you on some training for you. Just insane. It's just the insanity of these bullshitters is just beyond. They really know how to hurt people. That's for sure. Whatever kind of conviction or whatever they have, these are just stinking murderers. It's just stinking, filthy, disgusting bullshitters. That's what they are. And you would think that some people would stand forward. I guess some are actually doing that, of course, and some get killed, and others lose their job and all that. But it's just a disgusting, filthy system that is just mistreating people and making them more sick. And just can't believe that whatever. Anyway. So I was looking at how they could actually set it on, and I guess this was was stuck again or something like that. I don't know in regards of, so they couldn't just easily put it on. But of course that was again the medical system, just always trying to infer that it's something up in my brain. So when I broke the knuckle, I just no, okay, I didn't really see that it was broken or anything like that, and I thought it was just maybe me that was the problem here and all that, because that's what the idea that you usually get from going to the medical mafia, thinking that it's all up in your head. It's just incredible. Oh, disgusting bullshitters. there's just depravity to, and that is the only system that pretty much is, right? That you can go to if you don't have so many resources, right? But of course, if you're trying to go to some natural, you can quickly get into resource issues. Anyway, let's get back to the book of Revelation. I'm just sick and tired of it all in regards of, and I don't even know if I can get this. I've been working on trying to get this fungal infection and the itching and all that, and it does seem to do some things, these antifungal products. But even if I can get that, I have joint issues now after this breakage of the finger and this not being the right place. So it's just downhill on every single level. It's just even if I yeah, it's just whatever. Sorry, I'm whining. I guess I'm depressed, very depressed, I guess. And just tired of it all. Like people don't want the truth. People just want to keep on pushing all these depraved Roman, disgusting, filthy festivals and whatnot. We just they say we are Protestant in this nation. That's another lie. We're not Protestants. I don't see much Protestantism around. To say pretty much nothing. We have some Protestantism in SDA and the Lutheran congregation in Jutland and all that, but small congregation as far as I know. But that's it. Everything else is ecumenical bullshit, satanic nonsense that is just going with the devil. The whole system has been corrupted. It's just a fungal infection that has just taken over. We allowed the Jesuits to come back and the Roman papists and do their disgusting masses and all that. And here we are. Everything is infiltrated in Denmark. The government, the school system, the churches, everything. We have Freemasons all over this nation. And they say that's 150, that's an older article from 2002 and 2003. 150 Freemasons in the churches. Oh, priesters, hirelings, bullshitters. Roman Catholics in the podium, not Protestants, Because Freemasonry is Roman Catholicism. Oh, we're Christians. No, you're not. You're Roman Catholics. You're wolves in sheep clothing leading the people astray. It's just so disgusting. I can't believe that I'm waking up to this disgusting world I've been researching for so many years and finding out that I can't believe we didn't keep hanging on to the truth. It's just disgusting. And it's not only in Denmark, right? It's all over the world. It's all over the Protestant nations. They've just lost it. So many nations have just lost it everywhere. We have this wonderful history, Protestant history, protesting the Antichrist, and no one knows who the Antichrist is anymore. It's incredible. It's just disgusting. I find it all disgusting. No one wanna, it's just, whatever, everything goes right, Anyway, so I just find it so, it just seems like no one is there to wanna, it's just everybody wanna do what the status quo is, right? It's disgusting. It's like how many is left, really? How many do we really have? It's just the only congregation, of course, they have their own issues and all that, but the only congregation I can see in this nation that has a group in Copenhagen is the SDA. That's really sadly what seems to be left of any protest. There might be probably some things that I don't know about, but overall it just doesn't look good in Denmark. On these things. And you can even serve the things to people, sum it up and all that, and it just doesn't seem to do much. Oh well. So anyway, in regards of the revelation of Jesus Christ, the last book of the New Testament, um, I just, I understand that this is for what is going on now, right? It says this, in regards of what is and what is afterwards, right? And then you have the seven churches. That is what is, right? So what is in regards to the churches, right? That would be the first century at the days of John, right? But then again, you read to the sixth congregation, you read that that God will hold a hand over them in regards of where is it? Oh yeah, that He will keep them from this time. This I don't know in regards of English here, but He will keep them from this time, this I guess investigating time or whatever, that is going to go over all the earth to well, I guess it depends on regards of, but it seems like it's actually in regards of the great tribulation, but that will go over the whole earth, but and then Jesus or Yeshua says that He will come soon, or maybe we should just look, find it in the English instead. I don't get it's just I don't get that. I told it's just yeah. Well, do we have the Geneva Bible? Let's take the Geneva Bible, and we go to the Revelation of Jesus, and I guess it's number 3. Oops. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, therefore I will deliver thee from the hour of temptation, which will come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay. So behold, that comes shortly. Hold that which thou hast, that no man taketh thy crown. The thing is, I'm just thinking in regards of some say, and I can, I'm trying to, fix where we are in the time zone and all that, right? And I can find 2 points. We cannot be beyond the 5th seal in regards of what is hereafter, right? Yeshua is opening the seals, and we cannot be beyond. We haven't gotten into the tribulation, and the tribulation is in the 6th seal. That's the great tribulation, which I also would think that this would be in regards. But I'm just, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So in regards of, and of course we have the hour of the temptation, right? And then Christ or Yeshua is saying, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And I just have a kind of a problem, it's just, okay, so we're writing to the 7 churches, which is at that time, right? I guess there can be clearly some hints to the future here as well. But the thing is, if we're going to say, for example, that we're in the time of the Laodiceans, right, and say, well, that's where we are, which would be fitting because, most churches have just gone totally astray. But then again, then you have the 6th church, or the 6 congregations that Christ is speaking to and writing down by the Apostle John, saying that He will keep this church from the hour of temptation, and saying that He will come quickly, right? And this should be for the time that is now, right? Because that's what it says another place where it, we have the thing for now, and then you have the thing for later, right? Let's see here if we can find it. Yeah, write the things which thou hast seen, and the things which are. So the things which are, and the things which shall be hereafter, right? So because the problem is that after the 7 congregations, then it goes to, show you what will happen hereafter, right? So I'm just kind of, if I have my I have my hard time in regards of this, because we have the 7 churches which should be now, right? The things which are, and the things which shall be hereafter. And after the seven churches, you see that this is, hereafter. Then, come up here and I'll tell you what will happen hereafter, or something like that. So I would think that this, I don't know. It's just, it seems like Jesus is talking about that he will keep this church away from this, but maybe it's like a thing in the day, and then a future fulfillment in the to give some puzzle pieces to the future. I just don't totally get it. So let's see here, and so the next one. After this I looked, and behold, the door was opened in the heaven, which probably is plural in regards, but I guess in the Greek it's maybe singular. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet, talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter, right? So here's the hereafter. So we go from the things which, is to be, right? That are, and then the hereafter. And here we go with the hereafter. So I don't know, why would there then be any information on the church in regards of the 6th church in regards of this, where was it? I can't remember. Yeah, here. Because thou hast kept the word, of my patience also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And the hour of temptation, I would just think that would be the great tribulation, right? From the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them which dwell upon the earth. And behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast that no man take thy crown and all. I don't know. So I guess it could be giving details, in regards of future things, right? But I'm not even sure in regards of congregations in those 7 places anymore in Asia Minor. It's the Mohammedans that is running that area now, right? So it's in Turkey. So I don't know. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I just don't know. So, because then it talks about, what will happen afterwards, right? So I guess he could be talking to these 7 congregations and yet giving some more information about future events to show us in regards of future, and then, use it still as things that would be valid for those churches at the time that they were around, and yet still having some future things in regards of validity. It's kind of hard for me to But yeah, I would think that in regards of that temptation, that would probably be in the sixth seal, because the sixth seal is where you have a lot of murdering going on. So, and we have the four horsemen. It starts out in regards of the Lamb opening this document, right? That is closed for any other. So this is a specific document that Christ opens up. The Lamb that is slain opens this up, and he's the only one that can open it up because he was slain, and he bought people with his blood. So that's oh, maybe I've been laying here down a little too long. I don't have any sofa or any chair or anything like that, so it's just laying on the floor. But anyway, I'm pretty much at, I guess, I've listened to this. I have it on listen. What do you call it? Sound and all that, and re-listen to a lot of things, and trying also to figure out in regards of those vials, or there's two different words that they use. Vials in some translation, and not cups, but something, a bowl, no, bowl or something. I don't know. I'm probably not saying it correctly. So yeah, so I'm trying also to find out where that is in regards to the, you have the seven seals, but afterwards you have further information that seems to be looking at things from another angle. Yeah, but oh my. I have the Great Tribulation, and that is in the sixth seal. We have 144,000 Israelites being chosen at that point, getting sealed in the forehead, and probably because they are going to be preaching at that time, I would think. And thereby a lot of people will turn around and repent, and they will be killed for it. And that will be all these people that is seen in the sixth seal, So, and I guess then we are getting to the seventh seal. Yeah, so these people from this, in regards to the sixth seal, is coming from the Great Tribulation, and the Great Tribulation is yet future. I think most people will agree that that's in the future. And again, in regards of, and of course, Christ haven't come yet. So in regards of what he's saying to the sixth church, which is the church of what, I can't remember. But what he's saying to this church, to the church of Sardis. Let's see here, Sardis, Satius, or something like that. Satius, something like that. So what he's saying to this church, I'm coming quickly, and in regards of keeping them away from the time of testing, or the time of, just doesn't really, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Temptation from an experiment and attempt, a trial, right? Trial probably is the trial, where I guess this, let's see here in regards of where's the I'm looking for something and I can't find it. Don't we have it in this? I can't. Apparently I can't find it. Oh, maybe we don't have it here. I thought I had it. Inside of... Oh yeah, there we go. I guess we don't have the ESV in here. No, A, B, C, D... A, B, C, D, E, F, G... anyway. Because you have guarded my word of endurance, I also shall guard you from the hour of trial. Yeah, a trial. Which shall come upon all the world, or all the earth. To try those who dwell on the earth. Oh, all the world, okay. Well, okay. Yeah. See, I'm coming speedily. Hold what you have, that no one take your crown. Yeah. Anyway, I would think that would be future, right? That would be something, in the future, right? In regards to the hour of trial that is coming on all the earth, or maybe it's, I don't know. So I don't know. I really have, because you have guarded my word of endurance, I also shall guard you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon all the world to try those who dwell on the earth. Or maybe it's something else, it could be, but then he says, see, I'm coming speedily, hold what you have, that no one take your crown. I don't know, just to be honest, in regards of, if you lived in the first century and you're reading, see, I'm coming speedily, hold what you have, that no one takes your crown, wouldn't you think it was just around the corner? I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's an idea why God did it this way, but yeah, it's just... I'm just thinking too much, I'm not thinking, See, I'm coming speedily. Yes, but of course we might be closer than we actually, we might be very close to the events actually. But, and thereby a lot of the things, or maybe, but in any case. So we have, let's see here. Okay, so that's the sixth seal. So that's where the tribulation has happened. And then we have the seventh seal. I don't know if I can maybe put that like that. There's not enough water in that. Oh well. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much just what I have of problems at the moment. Trying to figure out how that goes together. Yeah, so he opens the seventh seal, and there's silence in the heavens for around half an hour. And I saw one of the seven angels that stood in front of God. So we have seven angels. I don't know if we actually, we have seven. It talks about seven spirits and the seven lights in front of God. We have the seven lights, the seven spirits, and the seven apparently angels. And I don't know if there's anything in regards of yeah, that's why you're just thinking seven spirits, okay. And Jesus is the one having the seven spirits. He says that in one of the letters. And of course he's going among the lights, the candle lights, which is the congregations. in regards of Asia Minor, those 7 congregations, and then we have the, I guess the, in lack of better wording, the bishop or something like that. They call it the angel, but the angel would be the messenger. That would be the top in the congregation, the one that is leading the congregation, as far as I understand. Anyway, and there came another angel, a messenger, and he he stands with the altar with the smoking thing of gold, and it was given to him to was given a size of smoke thing, in regards of the holy prayers, so we have the holy prayers being fixed in regards of this, it seems. In front of God. And then filling it with fire from the altar, and throwing it down on the earth. So we have all these, and then we begin to have those trumpet blows, and those trumpet blows cannot, as far as I can see, cannot have been blown yet. This is still something future, because again, we don't have the great tribulation yet. Wasn't there something in regards of saying that? Oh yeah, the that's in the 6th seal. It talks about the wrath, the great day of wrath of God. So that already begins in the 6th seal. So I guess the world begins to do, kills a lot of people, right? And then the judgment pretty much begins on the world. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is just... it's getting affected by all these antifungal things. Oh yeah, I'm just trying to get how things are working out. Also in regards of those last 7 bowls or vials or whatever. Now we have a problem with the camera again. Let's see if we can do it like this. So the vials or whatever, if I recall, someplace it says it's the last 7 plagues of God or something like that. So the question is, when are they compared to the 7 seals, right? And yeah, wow. Because there must be around the 6th trumpet or something like that, because they can't. The 7th trumpet ends it all, and I think if I recall correctly, those vials is also the end, and ends with the ending, which seems to be pretty much the same ending as the end of the last trumpets. So if it's the end at the last trumpet, those plagues has to be coming before the end, of course. So that would be before the six. Oh, sorry, the seven trumpet. So and the sixth trumpet is where we have the seven winds, I think. Mm. Yeah. So you have the seven winds, which we're not told what actually is. I'm told that John will prophesy once again at some point. I guess maybe in the future or something like that. But we're told about the last seven judgment of the vials, but we're not told about those winds, apparently. So that's still something for the future, I guess, to be told. So anyway, this is my antifungal drink. You can see the herbs in the bottom, although it's also on the top. The pensinger is dried thyme, and yeah, and then a couple of other things. I guess the taste is not that bad actually. Of course, you could put less things in and all that, right? But yeah, you can shake it up and it goes around. This and you can do that before drinking it. Then you get a little of the thyme every single time. I don't know why I can't handle the thyme, although I guess thyme in itself is not the best thing for me apparently. Anyway, so still have some notes over in the other apartment and all that, and I'm really trying to get this book of the Revelation of Yeshua. Trying to just it's not easy. Yeah, so you have the seven trumpets, right, and then you have the six blows or whatever it's winds. You have the seven winds. Sorry, seven winds. But you have them and the sixth trumpet, and then when the seventh trumpet blows, it's the end. Then everything has happened. But then we see this thing again where it talks about it in another way after these seven. After these seven. After these seven things that has been broken, and then we give it from another side. Yeah, I just don't know, and I guess my brain is pretty having its problems at the moment. But I guess I am laying it a little in regards of here, and this is here after, right? And then you have after the seventh seal, you have a new story going on, or pretty much from another perspective of a lot of the same things. But then you get also told about the last seven judgments on the world, which and the question is, when are they? Because they must be before the seventh seal in the other story. So again, you have two angles of where you get some puzzle pieces from each story, and I guess more than those two stories, but at least that's to try to figure things out. I don't know why it would be done by in regards to this. It boggles the mind to sort it out. That's for sure. Yep. Yeah, I guess I don't have much more to say. I continue to read the Danish book here in regards of things, right? I don't know why they would use Roman numerals. I really don't understand that. And sadly, there's so much notation, extra notation in these books. I don't know why they wouldn't just have made a Bible with the Bible. There's so much extra notation about this and that and all that, and I don't know if this translation exists without it, but that would have been pretty nice if they just kept an edition that actually didn't have all these extra notations and all that. It would have been a lot shorter. They could maybe actually have had it in one single book instead of three books. But I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting that in regards of things sacrificed to false gods and all that, it usually talks about meat, right? But then again, meat can also be sometimes in regards of bread, as far as I recall. Um, that was something that I still needed to search out, but it's interesting that this version actually doesn't have the meat part. It just says something sacrificed to a false god. So that made me further wonder because I've been, figuring things in regards to the Mass of the Roman Catholics. That must be what Yeshua hates so much in regards to the so-called Nicolaitans, those that rule over the people. So those that rule over the people, making them eat the so-called Jesus cookie, and all that, and this mass, this filthy mess. Um, I am really thinking that this might be the thing that God is so angry against, because these Nicolaitans are people, some that practice this thing of eating things sacrificed to a false god, right? Um, and the mass, you're eating so-called God. If you're a Roman Catholic, you believe that this cookie is God, which is just utter nonsense. That's not what. The living bread is Jesus Christ or Yeshua. It's not this piece of bread. And being round, they really, that needs to have the round shape and all that nonsense, which is also an interest. That was another place I read. Oh, I lost so much information in regards of my mobile when it deleted all the tabs on the mobile, which it tend to do here and there. I don't know if it has something to do with Android 8 or something like that. Maybe it won't do it on Android 7. I don't know. I found out that Android 8 has a lot of issues in regards to this mobile, so. Although there are two programs that doesn't work on Android 7. And one of them is a Bible program. But, the mobile had its great days when it was running Android 7. It was born with Android 7, so they didn't seem to do much in regards of Android 8. They just seem to, just oh, next phone. Let's move on to the next phone, right? It's typical. Forget everything about the. Yeah, just move on, right? Yeah. Anyway. Guess I don't have much more to say. But it does seem that God is clearly not finished with the Jews, and I do recall in regards to this, the first to be the last and the last to be the first, right? So when I say first to be the last and the last to be the first, I do wonder if that could be something in regards of we have the 144,000 Israelites that is the first fruit according to the book of Revelation. So we have 144,000 Israelites. That is the first fruit, and that seems to be, they're getting the mark in the pan and all that before. It seems like they might be prophesying or something like that. I don't know. At the point of the Great Tribulation. So there will still be some that stands up for God at that point. While the whole world is running nuts, there will still be some around, it seems. I don't know. We'll have to see. And there's it's nice to with a Bible that actually is a little more heavy in the paper, It's the only one in the Old Testament that actually has the name of God in it. Every other translation pretty much have removed it, although it doesn't seem to have the name of God in the New Testament here. So I guess they didn't want to look in the Aramaic or the Hebrew manuscripts, so I guess they might have not been, but anyway. It's sad to see that you just take the name of God out of the Bible, How can you take the name of God out of the Bible when it's, it's so disgusting. Oh, Roman tradition, Jewish tradition, whatever, It's like, give me a break. So I guess I'm at the seventh seal. So there's a break. So this would be, I guess, it could be, you have the tribulation, right? And then there's a break, a short break, where there's like a short break, and then just still before the storm in some sense, and then the different trumpets begins. I can't remember if there was anything in regards of yeah, and it seems like in regards of we have two places with stars and all that, and it seems like the first time it talks about stars, that the stars are falling down on the earth, and like a what do you call it, a tree thing where its fruits fall stars and all that, and it talks about the sun and the moon and all that. It doesn't seem like it's really talking about, it just talks about the heaven, it rolls up as a book and all that, but when you then look at the trumpets, you still have a place where it talks about the sun and the moon and the stars and all that, so it does seem to be more like a symbolic thing in regards of the talking about the sun and the moon over here. And I guess it might be like telling things like twice. I'm not entirely sure. But then talks about these, the earth kings and all that. Just, oh my. I don't know. Yes, I need a break from all this at some point. It's really it's a book that you can use a lot of time on. And the same thing with the book of Daniel, right? You have pieces in the book of Daniel as well. And then of course you have things outside the book of Daniel as well, in regards to things. So it's interesting when people say, well, we shouldn't read the Old Testament and all that. Well, the book of Revelation and the book of Daniel, if you don't read the book of Daniel, you will have some problems with the book of Revelation. It's just you get a lot of puzzle pieces or help to understand the book of Revelation by understanding the book of Daniel, or getting more understanding of the book of Daniel and how it goes around. It helps you to understand a lot of the things in the book of Revelation. And there might be other things like the moon and the sun and the stars and all that, which, where the whole thing rolls down and or still in regards to what would happen in the world. I don't know. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I don't have much more to talk about. I just after the seven seals, you have this first beast, the second beast, and the woman sitting on the seven heads of the first beast and all that. Of course, in regards to the papacy and the false prophet, as far as I know, would be the Jesuits. Although the SDA believes it to be the USA, and I guess that's a good, it's not a bad, it's not a bad point, it's not a bad, the US would be looking like Christian, pretty much, right? And still speaking like a dragon. I think you could probably, and you have the two horns in regards to the north and the south. So it's not like, it's 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 not like it's totally out of the way. It's not like it's totally out where it's just that it couldn't be that it would be the U.S. and not. Thinking in a greater scale and all that, it just seems to me that it must be the Jesuits, because it's the Jesuits that conquers the whole world and lays it at the feet of the Antichrist. The U.S. is just used by them to do this, and one of two areas that seems to be, where they have the area of North America that seems to be really working, and the European area as well. So that's two horns, if you can look at it, in regards to that. But I'm still not entirely solidified on things for sure. But yeah, that would be my best. You know that it's the Jesuits, and found this image with the with which already in the 16th century already people believed that the Jesuits seemed to be the second beast. So yeah, it's it is what it is, I guess. It's incredible, you have like less than less than half the page is sometimes to the Bible text, and then they fix in their own things on it. I could have been without these extra things, like half in nearly half of the page is used for the biblical text, and then a little over half of the page is used for you know the thoughts, I guess. And it doesn't seem like it's that helpful in regards of the thoughts. At least some of them I read is like no. But of course, it could be interesting to actually see what they say about the. No, no, I think they actually. I don't think he actually points out the Antichrist. It could be interesting to look up the book of Daniel and see what he says in regards of the. But maybe there's nothing in regards to the papacy. Um, I don't recall that he says that the papacy is Antichrist, which would be interesting. Well, what's in regards to the beast? Yeah, who knows? I don't recall that they. I haven't read much of it either, but I think I did read in regards to the beast, and couldn't find in regards of who it really was. Just some nonsense, really. Instead of just pointing out what good old Protestant teaching, right? Here we go with the woman and the beast. He talks about the Roman Empire, it seems. But I don't know. Anyway, take care, all of you. I'll get back to things.